everyone. I hope you're ready for another fun video. So this video is going to be a bit of a beginner, maybe beginner intermediate, depending on your body type, weight on your hands flow. So if you're not interested in being on your hands, please check out some of the other upper body videos that we have going on. There's lots of different modifications around, but this one's going to be mostly focused on being on your hands. And while you can do most of it on your elbows, this is kind of the goal of the video, is to be getting up on our hands. So this sort of video is going to be getting us ready for our handstands one day, maybe just getting some balance into when we're up. This video is going to be preparing us to maybe getting into our handstands one day, putting more weight on our hands and getting more comfortable with our weight being over top of our hands and our shoulder. So just to start off, we're just going to do just a couple of little wrist rolls, forward and backwards, and just some opening and closing, just warming up the hands. Cool. So then we're going to come around to the end of our mat and we're going to start standing and we're going to walk ourselves out into a plank. So you're going to inhale those arms up towards the ceiling, dive your head, keep those shoulders in. If you have to bend your knees, then that's totally cool, bend your knees. But we're going to walk our hands out into a plank here. We're just going to hold for a few breaths. Reaching back through those heels, reaching down through those palms. Squeezing the glutes and squeezing the abs. Nice, and then we're going to shift our way back through those heels, press down through those hands. We're going back into a bit of a downward dog here. So really reach those heels down towards the mat, reach your chest down towards the mat, and just breathe here. Nice. Reaching through the tailbone. And then we're going to go into a bit of a down stretch. So the down stretch is something that we do on the reformer. So we're basically just moving from a plank to a downward dog, but in a bit of a curling motion. So we're going to start in our plank, and then what we're going to do is we're going to press through the arms, dive your head, lift up through your sternum, and then reaching through those heels, and then reversing that by reaching through the heels, lifting yourselves on up, curling all the way on forward into that plank. And then again, diving your head, pressing up, curling through the spine, heels back and down. And then coming back on up. Nice, we're going to do one more like that. All the way forward and all the way to the back. And then we're going to lower ourselves down onto our stomach. So come down into your plank, bending your elbows. Awesome, coming down, uncurl those toes. I'm just going to move on to this side of the mat because it just makes a little bit more sense. And then hands are going to be down by your chest and we're going to do some swans here. So just getting into some extensions. Feet can either be hip distance apart or squeezing together. And then we're just going to come on up and back on down. Again, just feeling those hands nice and open, nice and strong. The arms are working. And we're going to do one last one here. Nice. So, curl those toes back underneath you. You're going to press up into your plank. Curl yourself back into that downward dog. And then we're going to do a little bit of an up and down combo. Again, something that we're taking from the reformer. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our body as low as we can. Come forward into a swan. Dive your head. Curl yourself on back. And then again, think low extension. Dive your head to curl back. Low to extension. Dive your head to curl back. And then we're going to do that in reverse. So you're going to curl yourself forward. And you're just going to keep going. And then reach through those heels. Dive your head, press back into your downward dog. Curling forward. Coming down towards your swan. Reach through those heels. Keep those abs engaged. Downward dog. Curling forward. One last one. Into that swan, reach back, hips back, and then back forward. Nice. So bring those knees on down for a second. Release those hands. You can give them a little shake out, give them a little bit of love, whatever you gotta do. Our next one is gonna be side plank. By all means, if you're feeling like, oh my God, my wrists are dying, come down onto that elbow. If not, stay up, stay with me. The top foot's gonna be slightly in front of your back foot. Your hand is gonna be out in more of a 45-ish degree angle. It depends on your body and your shoulder mobility. Do what feels right. And then when you're ready, you're gonna take a great big inhale. And then on that exhale, you're gonna press through those feet, press through that hand, you're up into your side plank. And then we're gonna do some mermaids. So what a mermaid is we're dropping the hips down, and then we're side bending up and over. And then dropping them down a little bit, and then up and over. We're gonna do one more, up and down, and up and over. And then control yourself all the way on down. And then we're gonna do the other side. So again, top foot forward, back foot back. 10 to 45, great big inhale. Exhale, pressing on up, lowering and lifting. Just for 3. And one last one. And all the way on down. And then we're gonna turn ourselves so we're seated. Our feet are gonna be about hip distance apart. Hands, fingers are either pointed out or they're back. And we're just gonna do a little back support with our hip lifts. So feet are gonna be nice and flexed here. We're gonna press ourselves on up. It's just like you're doing a back plank or a reverse plank. Hips are dropping. Squeeze the glutes, pressing on up. Again, squeeze the glutes up and down and pressing those heels in, up. And one more time, all the way on up and back on down. Nice. Shake out those hands again as you come up onto your knees. And we're going to be doing a little bit of back bend prep into a bit of a half bridge. So if you're new to back bends, have your heels or your toes curled underneath you so your heels are a little higher up. If you're big into your extensions, those feet can be down. And then all we're going to do is we're going to reach back and we're going to circle the arm up and then back on down. Other hand coming up and around. Again, if it feels better, heels can be up. And just go with some flow here. Nice. Always like putting on nice instrumental music. Feels very dancey. Awesome. Okay, so then we're going to take this and we're going to go into a little bit of a half bridge. So to start, we're going to be in a nice deep squat. If that means your heels are up or your heels are down, doesn't really matter. Ideally they're down. We're going to take one hand back. Our fingers are going to be pointed back behind us. And we're thinking about pressing through the feet, lifting up, coming back on down, walking yourselves on in, other hand back, coming up, coming back on down, and then just alternating, reaching back, maybe looking over your shoulder. Nice. So a lot of times when we're getting into our weight bearing on our hands, we never think about the backward side. You know what? Bridges are so much fun. And then we're going to come on back in. And then we're just going to have a little child's pose just for a moment. So you can come onto those knees, hips are back, reach with those arms. If you need to, let those hands kind of roll. Do whatever feels right. And then we're going to take that and we're going to go into a bit of a puppy pose. So our hips are going to come on up and we're just thinking about getting our chest and our chin down towards the floor. Nice. toes underneath us. We're going to lift ourselves on up, reach back through those heels to go back into another downward dog. You can even walk your dog. And then we're just going to walk our feet in a little ways. But really try to keep as much of your weight on your hands as possible. And then again, we're just going to think about lifting the heels up, shifting more weight into the hands, and then the heels back on down. Up, and back on down. And as you lift those heels up, think you lift those abs up to try and get as much weight off of those feet as possible. And one last one there. And then coming back on in, bend those knees. And then you're going to roll those shoulders back, blades back. Shake out those hands. And that was so awesome. I absolutely love doing these sort of beginner flows. They are so incredibly important, especially if you're working on eventually getting into that handstand, to really prepare yourself for what's about to come rather than just one day feeling like kicking up against the wall. So I hope you had so much fun, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. And if you are a local, I am officially open now, so make sure to tune in, see what's going on in the studio and around in other studios that I'm teaching at. And I hope to see you all very, very soon in and out of the studio. And just enjoy the summer, enjoy the fresh air, and keep working away at all this fun stuff that we're working on, because it's so cool. Lots of love, happy vibes, and healthy thoughts. Bye.